Hi guys, BS Central here. Today we are here to talk about the best decklist for this new format, in particular the decklist that has topped in the last events. So let's start from the first color. Here we are, the red decklist. So a really aggro decklist based on King Dragno and Andromeda. Also we can see all the friends like Dilnofosa and Bird Eagle. But especially the best card of this deck is maybe Camelo Whip that let us make some control in the first step of the game. Really cool against yellow, against purple, uh, but purple has many way to coming out from Camelo Whip. But anyway, is still a good card. Also against green, and in general against aggro. Also, we can count on Ritual Fire. That is one of the best destruction effect in the game right now. And finally on Apollo Dinos, so the uh, first card with a non-target destruction, the first red card, obviously, with a non-target destruction effect. Really good. This decklist play 4 Apollo Dinos, but I've seen some decklists that play only Andromeda and the King Dragno and only small spirit to be aggro in the first step of the game. Anyway, this decklist has won the last two Grand Opens, so this is a really strong one. Take a look to a purple control deck updated to the set 3. So nothing has changed, basically, a part of Custom Artist that is a mini Nemesis, a small Nemesis, that let us make the same Nemesis things, but in the first turn of the game, so really good. Also, it has a curse, so it's a really annoying card for our opponent. Another purple deck list that we will see so much in this format, I think, is the Curse Serpent, so based on Falung. That is a really good card, but it's not our win condition. This is a card that allow us to gain many advantages, but is not a win condition at all. Our win condition is still Mediuc and always Baculus Custragon combo. But this deck allow us to play all of these cards, I think. Here we can see Beldegor, but is because we have many removal and we don't really need Beldegor in this type of deck. Also, really good is Shasnake, a small curse that is a better Aglovale in this deck, I think, because he doesn't require Soul Core to draw a card when it gets destroyed, and also it has only 2000 PP at level 2 and curse, and it keeps only 2000 BP for long time because it needs 6 core to be 6000 BP. So this is a really good thing if we want to use it in combo with Mediuc, that is the core of the deck. Look now for yellow. This is this is the deck list that has dominated the first Grand Open of this new format. Really cool, really simple, small sample of cards, but anyway, really efficient one. So we have Game Boom that make our Fable Beast unblockable, and then we have the Fable Beast with Blessed that has to gain core in our life, and then also Arcana Knight Hex, that is a really good body, and keeps us drawing while gaining life. So really good effect. Particular deck list for yellow is also Luster. Luster has received a really good support in Flagellum that make the board wipe combo a little bit easier. So we have not only Celestial to do this combo, but also Flagellum that is a little bit more costly, but it has a really good effect. And also in this type of deck we can take like all magic cards that we want. For example, Flood Stream, Ritual Fire, God Slaying. In this case, Double Hurt. And then also we have to play, but we have to remember that Luster is a late game solution. For the rest of the game, we need our Fable Beast Compart with Blessed, and that is the best way to accumulate resources in yellow. For green, we obviously have Green Gale. Not so much to say about this deck list. Again, like Fable Beast, pretty simple. Not so many cards. We have to be careful to play Highlands only when we are sure that we can use it. So um, playing around the many Nexus removals that every player plays. But apart of that, I think that this is a pretty not so skilled deck. But anyway, is always an efficient way to play green. This is the only green aggro that has stopped in the last events. Green aggro is still a deck that can be played, but it's a rogue deck right now because we have way more solution for green. Also, it is a cheap deck, but also Gale is not a really costly deck because Fengwan is a rare, Highlands is an uncommon. Tokiwa is from the lore set, so the only card that can cost is Jäger, I think. But it's strong, but I think if you want a cheap Gale deck, is not so important. And so Green Aggro obviously loses his power, thanks also to Flood Stream and Camelo Whip and Ritual Fire and right like that. Anyway, this is a really aggro deck, so like all aggro deck, has always a chance to get a win. We jump in white control deck list. Not a particular good deck list in these three events. White control is in difficult because yellow is has received very good support, but white control not so much. So we have some new cards from the early game, but they are still not so good, in my opinion. So we have to count always on Naumangard and Dyna and Elk. But anyway, this deck is a little bit in struggle. I mean, in this format right now, I see way better a deck like this for white. So aggro mid game deck based on Dyna that still is a really impactful card, especially because right now way more Nexus will be played, but also thanks to Valkyria Hildra, that is another Valkyria Mist with one cost more, but that bounce spears with no condition, so really powerful effect. And then is still a aggro deck that can also be good in defense thanks to white magic. So I think that white is right now is better in this way. Let's see the last deck list. So about blue, this blue deck list has got some top 32, maybe a top 16, but I'm not sure. This is a mill deck based on Mandala and also on the really strong base of a blue deck. So Block Golem, Gordon, Bulltop, and Subito. We can also count on Allegro to remove like any big spears our opponent plays. But Allegro is really costly. Maybe in this type of deck we can play also Nirvana to have a chance to mill in a more active way than like that wait for Mandala and for our setup of Nexuses. But anyway, I think it's still a good build. Okay, for this quick list of deck list, I is all. I hope that you enjoy. So I remember you to subscribe, comment, and share the video. And we will see you to the next. Bye bye.